Hi, Summer. How are you? I'm good, thank you. So right now getting ready to do spirit messages reading, as well as an energy check-in. Let's see what cards come out. One more. I'll give me two more. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you. My name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel, and my camera looks weird. Hold on a moment. I don't know. The color looks so bland. I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm going into the Sassy Spirits Oracle deck to see what spirit messages we have for today. And then I'm going to do an energy check-in. So the first card is, if they wanted to, they would, period. So we already know what this is. If some of you are waiting for a message, a sign, a synchronicity from someone, the answer is, if they really wanted to reach out, if they really wanted to do something, they would have done it already. So don't sit around waiting for something that may never happen. Another thing is, manifestation works better without the bare minimum, works better without the bare minimum effort. So some people, if you're trying to manifest something, don't think that just thinking and visualizing and dreaming about something specific, like a job or an apartment or a promotion, that's going to require some sort of effort. It's not about you just wishing and dreaming and hoping. You could have that, but it's a matter of also taking action. So some of you may have to start taking action with something rather than just waiting for something to happen. You have to do more. You're going to have to try it a little bit harder. Not force the situation, but to put effort to help set the wheels in motion for something that you're hoping to bring to you, trying to attract to you. When it comes to something as practical as like getting an apartment, a job, a promotion, or some opportunity where you would have to apply for it, And then another one is, that's not a soul tie. That's a lesson you ignored twice. So some of you might be thinking, maybe having some sort of connection, maybe reliving or redoing a certain cycle with someone, and you're not getting the lesson. And it's time for you to be realistic and see that sometimes it's, some things are meant to be. No matter how hard you try, no matter how you try to change things or change yourself to adjust to the person, sometimes that's what the test is. Are you willing to sacrifice and compromise who you are just to be what you think someone else wants you to be, when they may not even be the right person for you? So there may be a lesson in something if you're repeating a cycle with someone where it didn't work out the first time or even the second time. Giving it a third go, and you should already know how the wheel turns, So another one is, you've outgrown that BS. Now act like it. Yeah. So if some of you are in denial, because this could be it. Somebody can be in denial about something and trying to say, oh, this is my twin flame. This is my soulmate. I have to do all these things to make this person want me, to be with me, to love me, and all this. It's like, no, this is not. This person may be toxic if they're allowing you to fall into this loop, and, not also acknowledging the fact that this is something that's not working. Now, if you're putting in the work and you're trying to make it work, that's just something good about you. That means you're willing to nurture something that you really care about. The bad thing is if you're compromising yourself, your integrity, your identity for someone else, that's the negative thing. That's the toxic thing that you may be doing. And that's something that needs to end, just for your mental health, your emotional health, everything, because if you're dealing with a situation that isn't healthy for you, that is requiring you, or at the very least making you feel like you have to adjust or adapt to somebody else, but in a way that you're not being yourself, you're not being authentic, then you know that's something that needs to be cut out, you know? And then another thing, I wasn't trying to make this about love, but it's looking like it is. Your ancestors did not survive plagues for you to text your ex, you know? You have a greater purpose than to become, you know, to be somebody's backup plan, you know? You have a greater purpose than this, you know? So if it's beyond love, there's something that you may be repeating, something that you need to change in order to get yourself out of a loop, you know? If you're trying to manifest something with a specific person and nothing's happening and nothing's changing, then this is your sign that you need to cut the tie. You need to cut the connection, detach, and, you know, take autonomy, take authority over your life and not let other things try to control you and dictate how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to present yourself, how you're supposed to communicate, you know, basically give you a script of how you're supposed to be, when we all know life is unscripted. Things happen organically, things happen unexpectedly. But if you feel like you have to put on a performance for somebody, then you know that person is not for you. This is what Spirit's saying. I was not trying to make this a love reading, but it came out like that. You know? Let's see what else comes out. Excuse me. I didn't bring much decks with me, so I should have brought another deck, I swear. I have these are love decks. Let's see, let's try this one. Because I know how to read without it making it a love situation. So let's see what comes out. So if you're new here, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm a tarot and oracle card reader. I just finished Spirit Messages. So I'm now going into the Love Situations deck by Maruk X. Let's see what comes out. I wasn't trying to make this a love reading, but apparently it's about love. Somebody's repeating. I mean, like, I can resonate with this reading because I've been there before, you know? If you're making excuses for someone, oh, maybe they're busy, maybe they're working, no. If somebody wants to, they will do it. I saw a video on Instagram, which is true. She's like, she just pressed the record button, like she's doing a voice note. And then she started talking, hey, babe, I'm not going to be able to reach you today. I'm going to have a busy day. I hope you have a good day. Talk to you later, blah, blah, blah. You know, 9 seconds it took to do the message. And she was like, that boy don't like you. If the boy like you, he will make the time. He will make the time. He will squeeze you into his tight ass schedule. You know, even if he sends you like a heart emoji or something, some acknowledgement, you know, hopefully it's more than a heart emoji, because that sounds like bare minimum. We want effort, but not like bare minimum. You know what I mean? When I'm like, hey, you know, I'm not able to talk right now. You know, I'll talk to you later, or I'll try to call you tonight or whatever, or tomorrow, just giving you a heads up, touching base, because that is so important. If someone can do that at the very least, because that's the minimum effort, that is consideration, that's thinking about somebody, letting them know that you didn't forget about them or that they're a priority to you. Even if it's just a few seconds of them sending you a message, that says a lot. Even if it's just them saying, hey, I can't talk right now, or I'm busy, I have a tight schedule, I can't, you know, or whatever. Just letting you know, I didn't forget about you, you know? Even though shit is going on, I will make time for you, even if it's a few seconds, because you matter to me that much. Just to let you know that, just to touch base, you know, it's not that hard. Okay. I had to go on that little tangent because this is what it's saying. Maybe they're busy. Don't make excuses for somebody, you know? And I just posted something. I think it went through because I was on Instagram earlier. 222. Look at that. It's 222. I'm taking a screenshot. Okay, I do that. And then I end up deleting it later on. There was something I posted, and it was basically about that. Maybe that's what I was picking up on, the energy. Let me see if it went through. Let me turn that off. I posted in the shorts. Let me see if it went through. But it was basically No. I hadn't posted yet. I didn't post it yet. Oh yeah. It says sorry for texting back instantly. My phone was in my hand. I'm mature and actually like you. Yeah, no games. You know, I don't like. It's not that. Why it has to be hard? Like it says, if they wanted to, they would. Period. Take a screenshot if this will help you. Hello, Monette. How are you doing? Welcome back. Ooh, oh my goodness, forbidden fruit all around them. Okay. Let's see what this is about. This is forbidden fruit, desired but dangerous, not socially acceptable, tempting, alluring. Yesterday I did a reading for the next 7 days, and I'm happy to have you back. And you too, Summer, if you're still there. Yeah, yesterday I did a reading, 7 days reading, and taboo came out. And I mentioned something about not socially acceptable. So this is like, I don't know if some of you are in a taboo situation, like I don't know how this would resonate. It could be messing around or flirting or dating somebody from work. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. Probably because I know some people who have done that or who are doing that. That's why. And then the other card is all around them. Can't escape connection, telepathic expression. No, why I can't read today? Mercury is in retrograde, right? That retrograde is supposed to end on Friday. However, there's a 3-week shadow period afterwards. So I don't know. This one hit me. Can't escape connection, telepathic experiences. Your love haunts them. Ooh. Okay. I like, what I'm thinking? Somebody thinks that you're forbidden. If you had some sort of experience or they have this deep desire for you, it's like it's something that they cannot shake. Anything else? Oh my gosh, these cards. There's so many cards in this deck. Let's see what else comes out. You know what's so funny though? Because like this all around them, you see she looks almost like a ghost, and she's touching him. I was telling, I don't know if you've experienced this, where you were with somebody, and they would always touch you in a specific place, and it doesn't have to be sexual. It could be like when they hug you, they put their hand somewhere, they'll touch you in a specific way. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this. I know I have, where I could feel like, even though I'm not talking to the person, I haven't seen them for a while, whatever, I could feel where they touched me. So this is what it reminds me of. I don't know if some of you have experienced that. You don't have to let me know. I know I'm not the only one. I know that much, because then I'm like, well, I know I'm not that special, I know I'm important in my own way, but I'm not that special. Anything else? Like that whole chunk wanted to come out. No, that's too much. So this one, revenge body, looking your best, focusing on yourself, punishing the ex. Ooh, you know what I'm thinking? Thinking about that. I think this could be an ex. Definitely somebody in the past. It could be an ex. They're seeing you. They're watching you. They're admiring you. You may be sensing their energy around you. They know not to come around. They know not to come around you. Because I don't know, maybe you set some sort of boundary, but they may be trying to reach you in some spiritual, etheric, energetic way, Maybe trying to beckon you back to them, especially if you set some sort of boundary with them, and they may be thinking about you, envisioning you. Maybe if you've been intimate, they may be, thinking about that. If you're feeling familiar sensations, but this person may be wanting to beckon you back. So maybe trying to get you to reach out because you have set some sort of boundary that they know that they can't reach out to you. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Another one, oh my God, addiction. Bad habits, addicted to sex, drinking, etc., destructive behavior. So this could be somebody that you You definitely, you could consider this person forbidden too, because being in their presence has brought nothing but stress, especially if they were in having like really bad habits with alcohol, with some sort of substances, even with sex, gambling, any type of addiction that can interfere with a relationship. But it's like you could sense their energy around you. I mean, if you've moved away from this person and you have been working on yourself, because yeah, it says revenge body, but it goes beyond that. It could be like you've elevated your life to a different place since you've separated from this person. Like really good things have happened to you. You know, you probably have been, I'm gonna say like maybe you've been more active with traveling, or maybe you got a promotion, a raise. You even like have improved your physical appearance in some way, possibly because being with them, they were like a vampire. Because if you think about it, she kind of looks a little vampiric. I mean, she looks like she put some foundation on, so she doesn't look like a corpse, but it's like that ghost energy. It's like they may be haunting you. So maybe when you were with them, they drained you of your energy. But ever since you stepped back from them, you have started to look better. You started to look like yourself. You probably even started to look younger, you know? And in some way, that's like where the revenge comes in. If you really think about it, people talk about that a lot. Like if you're around the wrong person, that takes a toll on your appearance. It makes you look haggard, stressed, older. So that could be something. I mean, if the first message that I did with the Sassy Spirits Oracle deck, I mean, like some of you may have already cut the ties with this toxic person because you've outgrown their behavior. Oh my God, Tanya, why can't you speak English? English is hard today. You may have outgrown being in this toxic environment, toxic behavior, being in their toxic presence. And I feel like this person may be craving you, you know, because they see that you've, like in some way you have replenished your energy, and it's like they want to like take a bite out of you again, you know, they want to suck the life out of you. And like I say, they want to suck the life out of you, but not in the good way, you know. I'm a little vulgar. That was just a little vulgar. I'm not Tyler's tarot vulgar. Where he talks about eat a thing or suck a that. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll do like a, once I get enough subscribers and then I get like, I'm able to get a membership, I could talk freely, you know, I could be perverted. Speak in graphic terms. Anything else? Soulmate. Soul connection, a friend, romantic partner, compatibility. I think you're not wanting this because you want something healthy. You don't want somebody who's a shell of themselves, you know, like a ghost who's not fully present. You know, you want somebody who's fully there, that you could see them. They're like a 3D person, not no 5D vampire that's trying to suck the life out of you. That's trying to connect to you in some other way. Because I know they say that, I don't know. I think it's possible, though, that someone can drain us even when they're not around us, because they still have that connection to us. And if we're able to sense them, if we still have that energetic cord connection with them, or we have some sort of, like they call it, quantum entanglement with them, I think in some way they can drain us of our energy. Think about this. Have you ever been thinking about this person and then you get tired? It's like it reminds you of how you felt when you were around them. Yeah, they could still take your energy. You want somebody who's present, who's there, who's you could touch them, you could feel them, and it's not, they don't make you cringe. They don't make you sick. You want somebody that you can rely on. Look at the toxic card is in the bottom. Not good for you. Low vibrational toxic relationship. I mean, hopefully the worst case is you thought this person was your soulmate. You know, they probably, but I think this is what you want. But I feel like this person may be around your energy. I wonder if this person will try to interfere with you getting into a healthy relationship. I think that in some way, I think the only the connection will be the kids. But I feel like there's still a way that you could still protect yourself from them, you know? But like the thing is too, is it makes you wonder, well, it makes me wonder is how does it affect the kids themselves since they're so young and they have so much energy and stuff. And you have that connection with them. So it's like that transference in a way. So I wonder, because, you know, kids need to be around need their other parent, you know? I'm assuming it's of like the father. But I think there's a way that you can protect yourself from their energy specifically, you know? And sometimes they try to use kids as a way to get in, you know? I don't want to say like a pawn or anything, like a way to, you know, but that could be their way to get in energetically. So I don't really know. I never really thought about that. That's a really good question. I need to look that up. Thank you for asking that, because that will be interesting to know, because I know a lot of people have relationships or had relationships with people who were not the healthiest, and the children are being exposed to that too. So that may have some effect on them. But then if your children are primarily with you, I think that in turn can affect you, because if it's affecting them, you know, how our children, if there's something hurting them, it hurts us too. So I think there's something there. I never really thought about that. I don't know, like if this is it says paralyzed by love, holding back, fear of falling in love. I think that with the soulmate, there may be somebody that you're wanting. I'm not saying a specific person, but it could be that you want a soulmate connection, someone that is there for you, who's compatible with you, who's healthy, who is free of addictions, will be around you, but like there, like present, like not off and like escaping their whatever, because people who get involved with addictive behaviors, it's escapism, you know, so they're trying to get away from something that they can't face, a problem, an issue, trauma that they don't want to face. So they look for ways to escape it. That's usually what happens with people who have issues with addiction. But the fear of what has happened in the past may prevent you from moving forward and being open to a healthy connection, and it may keep you paralyzed. You know, you may be trapped because you're afraid of possibly engaging in another toxic situation that will lead you to where you have been in the past. But I think this is where like discernment is most important, because like I've say in past readings, you know, like there are signs that you need to look out for. If the person does things that reminds you of someone from the past that you no longer want to engage with, or you no longer resonate with those types of people, then there are signs that you already know. You just have to be discerning. You have to be looking at things clearly. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, because you're like feeling really good about whoever this is and the potential of them. But remember, everybody has potential. Like even a person that was toxic has the potential to be healthy, but it's a matter of them choosing to be healthy. You know, we can't fix people. People have to fix themselves, just like we have to fix ourselves. But I feel like, you know, there's some healing that needs to be done for you, because if you've outgrown this situation, you realize that that's something that you don't want. But there may be something holding you back from allowing yourself to open up to someone who could be healthy. And it's funny, like I've been on Instagram lately, which is, I don't really like Instagram like that, but lately I have been. I had an account that I felt like had negative vibes, so I had to get rid of it. I deactivated it so I don't go on it. Because whenever I go on that specific account, I get like crazy. I don't know, like I get weird. But I'm on my other account and I'm seeing stuff about relationships, but it was talking about, what was it talking about? Damn, I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me. But yeah, from what I'm seeing is like some of you need to cut the tie, the energetic cord with them. See, that's not a soul tie. That's a lesson you ignored twice. So I don't know if this is something you've experienced repeatedly, and you're finally getting to that point where you've outgrown it, but now you're like, okay, how do I protect myself and not put myself in that type of situation with the same type of person again? I'm trying to remember what the hell it was that I saw. I just saw the dating card. Look, because maybe like if this happened a while ago, dating, it says ready to start dating, meeting new love interest, getting over someone. So some of you are maybe ready to, but then there's that thing, that person, that toxic energy that may be around you, that maybe, like I said, may try to interfere with your relationship because of jealousy. They don't want you to move on. Love lessons learned, shift in perspective, raising your vibration. Look at that, lessons. Yeah, you want people who are going to choose you, make you the main lady, you know? Because I don't know, they toxic people, they call us, like I mentioned, sex addictions was one of those things that came out. Yeah, in the addiction. So you want somebody that is going to focus on you, solely on you. They have chosen. You want someone who's going to choose you, not allow anything to interfere with your connection, and completely focus on you when it comes to the romantic sense. You know, I'm not talking about stalker focus, you know, like watching you, stalking you, that type of thing. But I mean, it could be this toxic person coming back, wanting to come back, maybe being in your energy, maybe trying to beckon you back. So, and just, I don't know if you saw this card, Monette. It says, your ancestors did not survive plagues for you to text your ex. So I don't know if that was, you needed to see that too. But this is interesting. I'm trying to remember, because I had 7 cards out for this week. And one of them was taboo. I think that card was for like a Wednesday Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that card is for Thursday. So Thursday may be significant. So I don't know. I just thought about it right now. So Thursday, maybe look out for something Thursday, something weird, or that's the day before Mercury retrograde ends. But also, that's the new moon in Pisces. Yep, that's the new moon in Pisces. Yep. There's something significant there. Maybe it's a Pisces. Who knows, you know? All right, let me see. What else? I don't know if I really need to read this anymore. I feel like this is self-explanatory, but I don't know if anybody would like me to do yes or no questions. I can do that. I have my tarot cards for that. If someone would like to ask a yes or no question, you have to be a subscriber, of course. Let me know and I'll answer. Remember, yes is upright, no is a reversal. If not, you know, you can let me know if you want me to do another love reading, I have another love tarot, a love oracle deck. I could do another love reading. See if we could get a different energy. A thumbs up will suffice as oh, it is in Pisces? Oh, wow. So that moon is going to be significant for you. So your intuition may be heightened during that time. Oh, you want another love reading? Okay. I think I'm going to leave these spirit cards out because I feel like they kind of tied into what's going on here. All right. Thank you, Monette. Let's see. I'm going to go into a different deck. This one's the clarifying love situations deck. Okay. Oh, you want to listen? Okay. Let's see. I can answer. Let me answer your. Oh, you're welcome on that. Let me answer Summer's question, and then I'll start because I know the love reading will take longer than answering the yes or no. So, all right, Summer Ray, What's your question? It has to be yes or no. Remember, yes, upright, no, reverse. I'll get this stack ready. Slid. I gotta go under. Okay. All right, I just had my cards. Okay, so it's like the cards are like, yeah. Answer the question first. I was just gonna shuffle them. Okay. Okay, Summer Rae's crush started talking to her. Is he just wasting time? So, do you want to change the question to is Summer Rae's crush interested in her? Because then if it says no, then we'll know he's wasting time. If it says yes, then you know he's not wasting time. What do you think, Summer Rae? Okay. Okay. Is Summer Rae's crush genuinely interested in her? Is Summer Rae's crush genuinely interested in her? Is Summer Rae's crush genuinely interested in her? I want to shuffle again. Is Summer Rae's crush genuinely interested in her? Yes, he is. He's very interested. He's attracted to you too. But we got the wands. We got 8 wands. So he's very, very attracted to you. So yes, he is genuinely interested in you. So no, he's not wasting time. I hope that helps, Summer Rae. That's a good yes, right? Ooh, he may even want to make you his girlfriend. Maybe he wants something serious with you. That's the Hierophant is a good card. It's like about commitment. I hope that helps, Summer Rae. You're welcome. Okay, now we're going to go into another love reading. I just want to make sure the cards are upright. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter, but. All right, so new reading. All right, what love messages do we have for the collective? What does the collective need to know at this time? Okay, you have, wow. I felt like I had to stop there. Okay, the first card that we have is confusion, need, certainty to trust, uncertainty, doubt, hesitation, hard to read, questioning, complex situation, dilemma. And then there's Cupid, new love will find you. New love, meeting someone new, getting back out there, honeymoon stage potential. Remember I was talking about potential earlier? Apology, coming in to renew love lost. Forgiveness, returning gift, not over. Let me read that again. Forgiveness, returning gift, not over, closure, confession, regrets, making things right. And then sunglasses, what's at the bottom of the deck. It says the eyes are set on the prize. Stalking, watching, looking, perception, secret admirer, focusing out, cleverness, and notice. So that's like someone is watching, but confusion. I don't like, okay, if this is you as the viewer, and this may resonate with everybody, this is a general collective love reading that will not request it. So it's saying, I don't know if there's somebody that you may be confused about that you're not sure you can trust. There's probably something complicated about the situation where you probably need more information, more facts before you can even pursue this person or even entertain the idea of allowing someone to return. And though it says new love will find you, if it's an old relationship with someone wanting to return and apologize, new love can be a restart in love, a new beginning with love when it comes to your relationship, right? Hi, Cave Ranger. How are you? I did a career and finance reading yesterday, dedicated to you, because you gave me the idea without even giving me the idea. But you should check it out. But I hope you're doing well. So if some of you, like I said, it says new love will find you, right? But it could be like maybe there's somebody in the past that may want to return, wants to apologize, make things right, like it says. They may want to restart a situation with you. And that may be the reason why they want to come forward and apologize. Maybe why they're watching to see when they can come forward, when would be the right opportunity for them to come forward. However, this apology that they may bring to you may be something that allows you to have closure, where you can move on, where you can, open yourself to new love. You could close out a cycle with something old so that you can move into something new. Now, if it's something new that's coming in, there could be someone that's interested in you and maybe watching you, observing you, maybe have their eyes set on you. Like it says, the eyes are set on the prize. It says stalking. I mean, it could be a stalker. It could be the person wanting to apologize to the stalker. But if this is a separate energy, this could be somebody that has noticed you and is interested in you and maybe wanting to come towards you. Underneath this card was the baby steps card. Another card just fell. I'm going to look at that too. It says wants to take things slow. So there may be somebody that who is interested in you, who may approach you, but they don't want to rush things. They may take the slow and steady approach, just to get to know you more. If there's certain things that they're not sure about you, they may want to get to know you so that they can discern whether you're someone they can trust or and vice versa, if there's someone you can trust. But it says slow progress, little wins, small advances, starting small, no hurry, dragging their feet, So I feel like that could be, if there is somebody watching you, wanting to come forward, or it could be the person wanting to return with the apology. They may be, coming out very slowly, maybe testing the water to see if you would even entertain them, in the sense that you would acknowledge their presence. Will you acknowledge their message if they try to reach out to you? They just want to see if there's an opening. But if this is a new person, it may be them doing the same, but just to, get to know you, to see if you're someone that would be interested in them. And then you basically too figuring out if you would be a good match, if there's something that could be there. The heartbreak card is the card that slid out when I picked up the baby steps card. It says pain is essential for growth. Painful ending, breakup, suffering, grieving, depression, unable to move on, and misfortune. So this person may be very sad. Maybe this person that wants to come back with an apology is heartbroken or knows they've broken your heart, that they've caused you a lot of pain, and maybe grieving that or understand the grief that you've experienced. But I think this grief could be your own. This heartbreak could be your own. And it's about you healing and opening up, waiting for the right time to allow somebody to come in with the love offer coming out. Oh my God, you saw that. I just picked up the card. Heartbreak. It's about healing, before you can move forward, before you can open up to meeting somebody new. Even if it's just being friends, but just like allowing somebody to try to get to know you in some way, right? But then it's waiting for the right time to allow someone to offer you love. But, you want to be in a good place emotionally and mentally where you can be able to look at things clearly and not let past pain cloud your judgment about somebody. And, of course, the waiting period where you meet somebody new, you are interested in them, but you still have that time. You take the time take the baby steps, take things slow, where you get to know them, and then you're able to figure out if there are someone that you can completely open up to, and vice versa for them, right? But the card that flew out too, there may be some sort of message. Like I said, somebody may reach out to try to, it may be the new person that may reach out to you if they have a way of reaching out to you, whether it's social media, if they have your number, DM, any way that anyone can send a message. It could be a phone call or actual message. IM, DM, TM. But that have something to say, wants to talk on speaking terms, information, text, call, expression, communication issues, So I feel like it's that. But it's funny. I don't know if some of you are resisting healing, resisting any change. You may be running away from somebody, and maybe the person you may be running away from somebody. It could be even this new person that may want to approach you because you're not completely ready. But like I mentioned, it could be something online. Like I said, DM, that's like social media and stuff. So online. I don't know if some of you are opening yourself up to online dating too. So that may be significant. But yeah, I think that taking the time to heal is most important, especially if you're wanting to have a new love offer. If you want somebody new to come in, it's allowing yourself to have the time to heal, to even as you're healing, you could still open up to someone new, but like little by little, just like kind of test the waters, because like if you're still hurt and stuff, you don't want to be lashing out if this person triggers you in some way. But it could, like I said, it could also be them too. They could have, a new person could have experienced heartbreak, and that may be why they're being very tentative with coming forward. Or if it's a person coming forward with an apology, they may be also sensitive. I try to look at things from all perspectives because everybody's situation is different. So I try to touch on as many storylines as I can, So that's what it's looking like. Yeah, that looks like somebody's going to get a new love offer. It could be a renewal of love, or it could just be someone completely new. If it's a renewal, maybe somebody wanting to come forward to apologize, possibly bring some clarity into a situation that may have been confusing, or it could just be a new person that likes you and wants to get to know you and be able to know if you're someone they could possibly have something with. So I hope that was a good reading for you. Okay, so I'm going to move on from that. All right, does anybody have a yes or no question? Cave Ranger, are you still there? I found that like the reading. Hi, Divya, how are you? Hi, Laverne. How you doing? Welcome. I think your name is not familiar to me, so you must be new. Welcome. I'm doing good. Thank you, Divya. Good afternoon, Laverne. Okay. Does anybody have a yes or no question they'd like to ask? Yes. Mm-hmm. That question is a loaded one because, sometimes we interview for jobs that we want or we don't want. We just interview just to interview, so is this a job that you want? Because ultimately, if you take a job, it's if you want the job. Does it meet your needs? Does it have really good benefits? Is it something that you're interested in? That's why, like that question, I feel like that's a question you have to ask yourself, not tarot, because I will have to know more details about that to answer it, But just for shits and giggles, we can ask. Because remember, yes or no questions are for entertainment purposes. Tarot does not dictate your life. You have control, you have autonomy, you have free will. But we could ask Laverne. Should Laverne take the job? I'm just sharing my hesitation about answering that question because accepting a job offer is very personal, so I don't know if it's something that you want, but let's see what comes out. Oh, you're still here? Okay. All right. Let's see. Should Laverne? Hello, Priya. How are you? I wanted to answer the question, Laverne. I think, is Laverne your wife's name? Unless you're both. I don't know. Hello, it's 2026. Anything is possible, right? All right. Okay. Okay, hold on, Divya. The same one? Okay. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to go back to Laverne's question. Okay. So, I'm calling you Laverne because that's the name I see. Laverne. Wife want to reconcile. Does Laverne's wife want to reconcile? Does Shoshana want to reconcile? I'm going to say this. It's looking like a yes. It's looking like a yes, Laverne. It looks like your wife does want to reconcile. You got two yeses. This card is a pregnancy card. So I don't know, like, I'm just saying that I don't know your situation. I don't know if your wife can still get pregnant because not everybody can have babies. I have a womb. I can't have babies. So it depends, but this is, yes. It's like, create a new home, create a cozy, loving, nurturing environment, after something that's probably overcoming some sort of struggle or a challenging time. So it's looking like a yes, Laverne. I hope that's helpful. The Empress is a wife too. So it's a yes. Okay, Divya. Let's get Divya's question. Okay. Will Divya get a good percentage in her board's class? Well, will Divya get a good percentage in her board's class? Will Divya get a good percentage in her board's class? Will Divya get a good percentage in her board's class? Will Divya get a good percentage? Yes, it's looking like a yes for you with the Ace of Cups, and you're going to be happy about it. So whatever your score is, your percentage, you're going to be happy about it. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be overwhelmed with emotion. Probably a relief. So you got a yes, Divya. Good luck. Okay. All right. Priya. Should Priya do the CMA course? 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 Oh, it's looking like a no. But I'm going to tell you why it's saying no. I think you're not going to be happy. If you do it, you may not be happy. Because this is supposed to be the card where you're happy and you're fulfilled, but it's saying no. And I think it's saying no too because there may be no future or no you may feel stuck in that field. CMA. I don't know what CMA is. But if you were to do it, if you were to take the course and pursue that, you may not be happy in it. And that's why I think the Nine of Cups is in reverse. Because this is supposed to be a happy card, a wish fulfillment card. So it's looking like a no, Priya. But it may be a no for right now because I am reading the current energy. So I feel like maybe you should do more research into CMA to see if it aligns with your vision for yourself, like moving forward, long-term wise. But it's looking like a no. I hope that helps, Priya. But remember, ultimately, it's your decision, you know? If it's something, if it's a course that's going to allow you to have more knowledge and stuff, but with it being a no, it might be because you may not be happy in it in the long run. That's yours, Priya's. And now Cave Rangers. Yes, they are new. These are new cards. Green is my favorite color, so I had to get some green cards. All right, so I answered. Okay, let's see. All right, I answered Priya's question. And Cave Ranger, I'm up to Cave Rangers. Will I find work? Will Cave Ranger find work? Will Cave Ranger find work? I ordered a cloth so that it won't be so loud. I'm waiting for it to come. I think it's gonna come tomorrow. Will Cave Ranger find work? Excuse me. Will Cave Ranger find work? It's weird because 3 cards came out, right? 1 card says yes with the 5 of Pentacles. So if you do find work, it may be a job that does not pay you that much. It may not be a lot of money, but you'll be working. Priya, I answered your question already. Yeah, I answered it. I already answered. Yeah, so right here we got the 5 of Pentacles. So it's yes, but I feel like it may be a job where you're not gonna probably get paid that much. It may be a job that you've done in the past, but probably caused you stress, you know? No, 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 no. 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 This is probably going to be a totally different job because this is like past, like something you've done in the past. This job is probably not going to pay you a lot, but it's probably going to be really easy. That's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, it's not going to pay a lot with the 5 of Pentacles. You may be overqualified for it. That might be why. Because it's probably going to be very easy for you to do. And it's like so easy, like it doesn't cause you stress. So we have the 6 and 8. No, that's 9. 6 to 9. 6, 9. Yes. I don't really want to give a time frame because it could be 6 to 9 days or 6 to 9 weeks. But like I said, it's probably not going to pay you much and it might be so easy. You might probably even get bored of it. That's what I'm getting, Cave Ranger. welcome, Divya. Just saw your message. I didn't mistake it because when I read the question, I not only say it in my mind, I also look at the question on the screen. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I said that, but I'm looking at the question at the same time. But I'll answer it again. Okay, let's see. I'll ask specifically, I'll say the question out loud too. So, should Priya take the US CMA course? Should Priya take the US CMA course? Should Priya take the CMA, the US CMA course? Should Priya take the US CMA course? Should Priya take the US CMA course? No, came out again. Well, you know what I said earlier? It's your choice, though, because you got the lovers here. So I mentioned before, no, but it looks like because I don't know if there's growth there, if you'll stay stuck and you won't be happy. But I did say it's your choice. So this came out as a no. You saw the card come out. So it's saying no, but I told you, you have a choice still. So it's ultimately up to you. If you want to take the course, it's totally up to you. But the card that came out was no. Yeah. So that's your answer, Priya. Okay. Hope that helps. Okay. You're welcome. Because when I read the question, I say it, but I'm also looking at the question too. Okay, I answered your question, K Ranger. I don't know if you saw it. You could scroll back for it. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Thank you. It's so weird how I said the answer and then it came out and I said it's your choice if you want to do it because it's education. You know, it doesn't hurt to learn more things because the more stuff you learn, the more marketable you become, you know? Maeve, you don't want to lose, you don't want to answer your question? I asked the question. Okay. Okay, Mauve. Thank you, Laverne. Thank you. I'm probably not as beautiful as your wife. You're welcome, K Ranger. I hope that helps. Okay, let's look at Mauve's question. Okay, Mauve. Is the guy Mauve talking to interested in her romantically? Is the guy Mauve talking to interested in her romantically? Yes, he is. But I would say, I don't know if there's something in his past that you need to kind of keep on guard for yourself, because this is the Seven of Swords. It's supposed to be a golden card, like the traditional tarot. This is a green deck. That's why it doesn't look all colorful and stuff. But typically this would be a yellow background, which is a happy background. But I don't know if there's something in the past that he moved away from, that he's like conflict that he's getting away from. So that may, I would say, be a little bit wary, because Seven of Swords also is not the, they say it's the negative card. I don't really like to read it like that, you know, but I like to be, but it could be, there may be something that he has experienced in the past that may be come up in the relationship. If if he's romantically involved, hopefully, I mean, for me as a reader, I also like to look at this card as someone taking their power back, because they've gone through some really rough shit and they moved away from it, but then they're also taking their power back because they're going towards peace. But I feel like there's something that still lingers from the past. So that's why I say, yeah, he's interested in you, but just so there may be something in the background that might interfere with the relationship if one manifests. Okay. I hope that helps. Oh, okay, Monette. Hi, Dana. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Tam. This is Artemis Oracle. Thank you to everybody who's new. Thank you for joining, subscribing. Some of you may unsubscribe afterwards. So I know how it works here, you know. Okay, let's see. I'm going to answer Monette's question. Okay. Thank you, love. I hope everything works out for you. Okay, so I'm going to answer Monette's question and then Dana's. Divya, put your question down too. I'll answer another yes or no question for you, Divya. So is love coming for Monette? Is love coming for Monette? Yes, you got a yes. And this is like the king of love, the king of hearts. So someone loving, compassionate, understanding, empathetic, you know, someone emotionally mature and available. So it's a yes for you, Monette. Oh my God, look at this. I love this. You got a double yes. And like, this is, you know, the happy family, happy life. Happy wife. Yeah, you got a resounding yes on that. The person may be a water sign. They could, or they may come off as a water sign. But the King of Cups is a fixed sign. Kings are fixed. That's how I learned tarot. And I mean, it could be any water sign, but it could be a Scorpio male, or somebody has Scorpio in their chart, the big three. Or it could be somebody you meet around Scorpio season too. Just putting that out there. Or any water sign season, because we're currently in Pisces, right? Soon we're going to be going into Aries. The next water sign season we have is Cancer. That will be June, July. And then Scorpio season will be October, November. Okay. Now Dana's question. I hope you like the answer, Monette. Okay, let's go to Dana's question. Is Dana going to catch a good break soon? Is Dana going to catch a good break very soon? Is Dana going to catch a good break very soon? Is Dana going to catch a good break very soon? Is Dana going to catch a good break very soon? Yeah, and it may come unexpectedly. You have the Tower card. So this is something that may come unexpectedly. You may be shocked. You may be knocked off your ass. So you got a yes. Hopefully it's the type of break you want. A good break. The very good. We did say very good break when I read your question. So it's looking like a yes. It's going to shock you. It may shock other people. It may knock them off their ass. You know. So I hope that helps, Dana. I think it's hidden from you right now. That's why you're going to be shocked. Okay, let's see. Will Laverne be starting a business anytime soon? Will Laverne be starting a business anytime soon? Will Laverne be starting a new business anytime soon? Oh my God, I went over my break. Divya, you're the last question and then I'm out. Because I went over my break. I lost track of time. Will Laverne start a business anytime soon? Will Laverne be starting a business anytime soon? Will Laverne be starting a business anytime soon? You see Laverne starting a business anytime soon. It says yes, but you got the 3 of Swords. I feel like if you start a business, it might be, then you might find difficulty. Swords are about the mind, your thoughts, so it may bring you some sort of stress, but it's looking like it's a yes for you, Laverne. But the 3 of Swords is not the greatest card. But I split the deck as the Queen of... I think it's going to be a mentally straining on you, but it has the prospects of financial stability. It's just a matter of you not letting that stress get to you, that mental stress. You're welcome, Dana. Okay, Divya, you're the last question, and then I have to go. Bye-bye. I went over my break. Oh, my God. But thank you. Well, good carrier and designing. You had to pick one question. There's 2. Okay, because I know you asked this before. Okay. Will Divya, let me go back to the question. Will Divya have a good career in the designing field? Will Divya have a good career in design field? Yes, it's saying yes. And it's because this is something that you really enjoy, that you really care about, that you love doing. And that's what's going to make it fulfilling for you. So it's looking like a yes. Divya. Yeah. So I want to thank you all for joining and liking and subscribing. I really appreciate you allowing me to read for you and allowing me to be late back to work. I hope everyone has a great day or evening or afternoon ahead, and I'm sending you all my best. Take care, everyone. Bye.